using this time in the bad weather to do some Easter designs. Maybe you'll bring back spring. So here's a design that I am stitching out. I have the name set to do first, and then the applique piece. Typically I do the name last, but I didn't change it on this one. And this is just a sample that I'm making, so for my shop. So I'm going to do this one and this cute bumblebee one, which I will be using this cute bumblebee fabric. And then I'm going to do a ladybug with this cute ladybug fabric. And the ladybug is going to look like that. Isn't that the cutest little ladybug? And then I'm going to alternate thread colors. Now here is the fabric for the rabbit. I have it down, and the embroidery machine is tacking the fabric down now. And when it's done tacking, I will trim around and cut off the excess fabric. And then we'll have a tan rabbit. I didn't iron the fabric. I wish I would have, but this is just a sample, so okay. I'll flat it down when I do a heat press to it when it's all done. And this is what it's doing right now. So now that it has tacked down the rabbit fabric, tan rabbit fabric, I just cut the excess fabric. I did use too big of a piece, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be like precise. I try to get as close to the edge of the actual stitch as possible without like cutting the stitch away. And if you do cut the stitch by accident, it's not a you know, a big deal, because after I cut this fabric and I put it back on the machine, it'll do its next stitch, which looks like it's the carrot, but it's okay. Later on in the actual design, it's going to do the full embroidery stitch around the rabbit, so you won't even see that you may have cut some of the tack down stitch thread. That's okay. If you hear the Jurassic Park background, they're watching Jurassic Park downstairs. They got it kind of loud. That's okay. They're having fun during this cold winter day. Just glad we have some electricity, unlike some of our families and neighbors. The electric company is working their butt off trying to get everyone's electricity back on during this cold spurt, which is very unlikely for Mansfield, Texas. So yes, it's very not used to this type of weather. Even though I'm from Oklahoma, I'm not a cold weather person. I like the warm weather. Not smoldering hot, but I like it warm. So. Once I got all that, so now this is the pieces of the rabbit the actual fabric. So I cut it out, cut really close to the stitch like I said, and now I'm going to put it back on the machine to do its next stitch. So this is the carrot piece. I did put a piece of fabric down. It did not have the HeatNBond because this is just a sample. I don't want to waste my HeatNBond, but typically you would put HeatNBond on your fabric before placing it down for your tacked out stitch. And you would cut away the excess fabric like this. So now we're getting there. Here's a little piece of the carrot. That's going to be here. So now I'll put it back on the PE800, and it's going to do the outline, which I typically just use the same type of thread color for outline stitches because it's really, you don't never see them on the final design. Okay, so this is the carrot, and my fabric is, now if I did use HeatNBond, it probably wouldn't, you can see right through it, it probably wouldn't be so thin maybe if I had used HeatNBond with this, but because it's so thin, I'm going to double up my fabric, and you just put your fabric where the outline of the actual design is. So I'm going to put my 2 layers of my fabric down, and this will be the tack down stitch. With all the other ones, I will stitch out excess fabric for the carrot. Most of the designs I have found do the placement and tack down on all the design pieces of the design before it does the last piece, which is the embroidery of all the pieces. Have come across some designs where it does the placement, then the tack down, and then the embroidery of that one piece. Depends on if it overlaps. And Abigail.
I see me around here.
So just tack down and place the bow, and we will cut out the excess on the bow. Okay, so now it's going to do the actual embroidery stitch of the rabbit, and I'm just using a light tan, the closest tan I can get with thread that I do have in stock. So, and now I'll do the embroidery of the rabbit. Now we are at the carrot section, and this is the color I found at Hobby Lobby. It's not the greatest to this color, but it'll do for this design. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so sorry I had to pause. I had to take care of some children and dinner. So now it's done. I think what we finished off on was the glitter, and then embroidered the glitter and the carrot. I did the hanging hands, and then I did the eyes, nose, and mouth. And I took it out of the hoop and cleaned up the back. I used 2 layers of tearaway stabilizer. I was using for a while just a single layer of stabilizer, but I noticed that the hoop would sometimes pop up, just slightly pop up when the needle was going in and doing the embroidery or anything like that. So I started doing 2 layers of stabilizer, whether it's the tearaway or the cutaway. I used 2, and it seemed to do less popping, so that really helps when you do 2 layers of stabilizer. I don't think I should have to do 2, but for right now it's working for me, so I'm not going to change anything. So I'm just cleaning up the back, and what I'll do with this piece of fabric, basically it's just a piece of cotton t-shirt that I tore up. I'm going to use it as a sample. How you do that is, I will show you how to do that shortly. So here's the design. I have it on my table, and what you'll do is you will take a lint roller to your piece of fabric, designed fabric. This is for a sample now. That's why it's only a piece of a fabric. Basically a piece of cotton, and you can get these from just get a 2 yards of cotton fabric from your Hobby Lobby, your Joann's. Just get a couple of yards of cotton, white cotton, and you can cut it into 5x7s, 4x4s, whatever size you need, and do your hoop it and do your design on that instead of using it and putting it on a shirt every single time, just to do a sample and add something to your Etsy shop. So what you'll take is you'll take a shirt. This happens to be a 3T. It is a rabbit skinned white t-shirt, just plain old t-shirt. And then you take your fabric, your actual design, and put it on the front of the shirt. Just lay it on the front of the shirt. Nothing special, okay? Just like this right here. Just lay it on the front of the shirt. Then you fold your shirt, turn it on its back with the design still on the front. Then you fold your shirt like so. I'm doing this one-handed, so ensuring that your fabric that you just laid on your shirt is being folded with the shirt. I'll do this side. Ended up being a very small piece of fabric. You want to do when you cut your fabric a little bit bigger than I did, so keep that in mind. So that way when you do fold it like this right here, it's not going to be a big problem. Fold it. What you could do too is put it on a heat press like this and press it. So I need both hands here. And then you just fold it up. And fold the top up. So then what you have, when you flip it back over, it looks like a nice finished shirt. So there it is. So then you would take a picture of this. So it looks like it's a folded shirt. That's what you would do. You would take a picture of this with the nice backdrop and lighting and things like that. And that would be your finished so-called shirt for your Etsy shop picture. And you do want to ensure you have your logo on it. Put it in some type of, sometimes they do have apps now you can, after you take your picture from your phone, they have an app now you can actually put in a logo, create a logo and put it on top of the picture. So that's what it'll look like. And it's ready now to be taking a picture of it and put it on my shop. Thanks for watching. Please sure you like and subscribe. I do appreciate everything and everyone, every subscriber I have. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers and I'm going to be giving a giveaway. Thanks for watching. Bye.